Good day, good people. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be analyzing three currency pairs: Usdcad, GBP Aussie, and Euro CHF. We're going to be analyzing them for the week ahead and for the weeks to come. But before we get into the actual video, I would like to give a shout out to everyone in the comment section. I would like to give a shout out to everyone who's the new subscribers. I'd like to give a shout out to everyone who's been engaging with us. Thank you very, very much, and welcome to the Forex tribe. This is a tribe of Forex bosses, man. So yeah, let's get straight to it.
Those that made it.
Right, we're going to start with Usdcad, and without any further waste of time, let's just get straight to it, right? So as you can see, Usdcad currently is moving rather correctively, and it's forming a structure of sorts. Right here we are, right here. It's forming a structure of sorts, right? But what I see is a rising, or rather an ascending channel going something like so, right? It's going something like so. But this is the monthly chart, by the way. So currently within the channel, within this larger channel, right, I see this continuation pattern to the high, right? So I see a large flag after this impulse. I see a huge flag to the high, right? So yeah, overall, as you can see, the market is going higher, but let's go on lower time frames to further confirm what we're talking about right now. Right, we are now on the weekly chart, and as you can see, I highlighted these zones here, this support, this resistance, for further clarity. But as we move closer, or rather zoom in, we see now that the market came to this zone and gave us a third touch, right? The first touch, second touch, and third touch right here. What is very important about it is the fact that we see a reversal pattern taking place and the market moving impulsively before correcting the way it is correcting now. So as you may know, as I said in previous videos, that corrections are there to give you a heads up in terms of whether the market is going to continue with the original direction or it's going to reverse, right? So let's go on the lower time frames for now to further confirm what I'm talking about. On the daily chart, like I said, we are moving correctively, as you can see. But here's the interesting thing about this correction here. We see a double bottom here, which is a reversal pattern. We see the market moving impulsively right here, and then the market started moving rather correctively, not giving a clear direction. But we see a structure here, and here's the structure that I want to highlight, a structure in which I find quite interesting. Here we are. Here's the resistance of the structure, and here's the support. If we were to start it from here, is it gonna work? No. Maybe if you start it from here, yes, it is gonna work, right? So as you can see, we are in a corrective phase, and this is a rising channel or an ascending channel, right? And this rather is a reversal pattern, and as you can see, we are reversing. The market has been moving rather bearishly with the first touch here, the second touch, the third touch of this structure, and the market did reverse, as you can see. Let's move to the lower time frame for us to further analyze what's going on here. Right, on the 4-hour chart, we see the market, yes, we zoomed out here, and this is the structure that we see on the previous time frame. And as we zoom in, I see a structure on the third touch here. Remember the third touch we spoke of? I see a third touch there, and or rather a structure there, And here's the structure that I see, which is rather interesting, right? Here's the support, here's the resistance. Is it gonna work? Nope, it's not neat enough. Let's try it this way. Let's try it this way. Is it gonna work? You know, I believe this is substantial enough, due to the fact that this is a rising wedge or an ascending channel, whatever you want to call it. You're never wrong, because the market is imperfect after all. And the market here at the third touch gave us the structure. Not only that, it gave us a double top rather. Not only that, on the second leg of this double top, it gave us none other, hold on, it gave us a high test right on the 4-hour chart. High test, look at that. And this is the confirmation for a sell, right? So the market did indeed move bearishly, and it is still moving bearishly, as you can see. So when it comes to Usdcad, I believe we should be looking forward to sells for the week ahead. What could happen is a consolidation of sorts when the market opens, and you know, a continuation pattern, yes, of sorts, something similar to this before we move impulsively to the right. Similar to what has been happening here, we could see a repeat of that here before moving to the low. Let's move to the next candlestick pattern, or rather let's move to the next pair for further analysis. On our second pair, we are going to be analyzing GBP Aussie, and as you can see, the market has been moving rather corrective, or rather bearish, before reversing and giving us an impulse, and then now moving correctively in such a nature. I see a continuation pattern that goes something of this nature here, right? Whether it's a you know, a symmetrical triangle, whether you call it a symmetrical triangle, a bullish triangle, whatever the case may be, but this is a bullish continuation pattern. And also on the last touch, on the first, second, third touch, we see two low tests that reject this support level right here. Let's go on the weekly chart for further confirmation. Right, on the weekly chart, as you can see, we have a large structure, a pattern within the pattern, a huge ascending channel right here before giving us an impulse and another correction and an impulse. This correction has built a channel of sorts. As you can see, there's the channel right there. Yes, no, that's not neat enough for my liking. If we started from here, maybe, yes. So the market gave us this structure before moving impulsively, and as we did see in the previous time frame, we see a large rejection, not just one but another rejection of this support level here. On the daily chart, as you can see, we come from this larger structure, patterns within patterns. I believe we did analyze this before. We have an impulse to the low, we have a double bottom here on the daily chart, a double bottom. Not only that, on the second bottom of this double bottom, on the second leg rather of this double bottom, we have a low test and a candlestick confirmation. Therefore entering therefore a buy would have been more than substantial enough, but we are still riding the momentum of this double bottom to the high. Let's go on the 4-hour chart to further confirm what we are talking about. Now on the 4-hour chart, like we said, we do have a double bottom here. Let me zoom in. Hold on, let me zoom in. Yes, here we are. So we do have a zone here, right, where we do have the double bottom. We have a large rejection here, but also right now as we speak, the current price has printed out, or rather, let me just do this. Let me move this chart, yes, so that we have more clarity. We have the zone here, right? Double bottom, and not only that, we have this continuation pattern, which is asymmetrical triangle, a continuation pattern to the high, right? So for now, when it comes to Aussie, GBP Aussie, we are anticipating more and more buys, but I do respect the fact that there is a possibility of a triple bottom, right? So the market could evolve. It could give us a last push to the low, right? A last push to the low, giving us a triple bottom down here before eventually a triple bottom down here before eventually going up to the high. But right now as we speak, we see nothing less than buy momentum coming soon, especially given the fact that this structure here, with the first touch, the second touch, the third touch is a low test. Now the candlestick thereafter is a bearish candlestick, therefore not really confirming this candlestick, but we will see after market, once the market opens on Monday, and after Monday, when the market has decided what direction it's taken. But for GBP Aussie, we are seeing nothing but buys, and that will be all for GBP Aussie. Let's move on to the next currency pair. And finally, the last currency pair in which we're going to be analyzing is Euro CHF. As you can see, we have been moving rather bearish for the longest of time, for years and years and years, and even currently, as you can see, the market has been experiencing a downtrend, right? But what I see is a structure, or rather a reversal pattern, that goes something like so, right? Starting from here, going there, which is a descending channel. A descending channel which is very interesting, because we have the first touch, the second touch, the third touch. The third touch is a low test to rejection, and the market has been giving us these buy momentum, right? So let's go on the lower time frame to confirm this buy momentum. Right, on the weekly chart, we do see, as I did draw, this structure which confirms the downtrend in which we've been experiencing. First touch, second touch, third touch, we see patterns here, the third touch here, and we have been seeing higher highs and higher lows. As you can see, as we zoom in, I don't think there's much else to analyze. Just the fact that we have a downtrend, and for now on the weekly, we cannot really see what's actually going on. Let's go on the daily for further confirmation, or rather for further analysis. On the daily, we see something very interesting here, right? Something that tickles my brain a lot. So we see here a continuation pattern that goes something like so, which is an expanding triangle, right? It's an expanding triangle, it's a continuation pattern, right? And also we see here another structure that goes something like this, right? This is a continuation pattern. Now, we did say that the larger structure indicates for a buy, or rather a reversal pattern, which is the descending channel. But within the pattern, we see contrasting patterns taking place. So on the daily chart, I see possible sells. We could possibly be continuing with this consolidation until eventually dropping for maybe a double bottom or whatever the case may be, right? So let's go on the lower time frame to confirm what we've been analyzing. Right, on the 4-hour chart, right? On the 4-hour chart, as you can see, here's the structure that I drew on the previous time frame, right? We see here the trend line in which I highlighted previously. We see a first touch, second touch, third touch. On the third touch, we see a zone, right? We see a double top. Not only that, we see a high test here, and the market confirming this high test by dropping really impulsively, right? And within the structure, we also see this structure here, this structure right here, right? And this structure right here. Let me start it from here, right? So not only do we see the zone above here, not only do we see this zone, but we see this reversal pattern taking place, right? But right now, currently, as we speak, given the fact that we do now believe that the market is going to drop, we see here continuation patterns to the low. We see continuation patterns to the low, and I'll prove it to you. Here's the first one, right? Here's the first one, right? First touch, second touch, third touch, bullish flag, and on the third touch we see a high test rejection, right? Not only that, even on the next candlestick pattern, or rather the structure thereafter, I believe on the 1-hour chart is even more clearer than this. We see an expanding triangle, right? It's not yet confirmed with the bearish momentum, but I do believe that we are going to experience some sells. Let's go on the 1-hour chart for further clarity. And as you can see on the 1-hour chart, yes, here's what we've been talking about, right? We have the continuation pattern here, the bearish flag, right? And we have another flag, or an expanding triangle, but it's a flag actually. If I were to be honest, this is a flag, right? So here's the first touch, second touch, or rather, let me just do this. First touch, second touch, third touch. On the third touch, we see an interesting high test right here, right? And a confirmation. This kind of the confirmation of the high test to the low. So when it comes to Euro CHF, on the coming week, maybe for the next, I don't know, for the next 2 weeks, I'm anticipating a drop to the low. You know, continuation patterns galore, yes, but I'm anticipating a continuation to the low until we see otherwise. So that'll be all for today's video. Just to give a recap, USDCAD, I believe we're going to be experiencing some sells. GBP Aussie, I'm a little bit neutral about it. We could be experiencing immediate buys, or we could be experiencing sell momentums for that triple bottom confirmation. And as for Euro CHF, I believe we're going to be experiencing some sells moving on into next week and the weeks to become. But otherwise, I believe this is the end of the video. I would like to give a shout out to everyone, again, to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, everyone who's in the comment section. I also want to give a shout out to my boy Kmo Styles. He watches each and every video in which we upload. Thank you very much. And I hope that we grow as a channel, we grow as a people, we grow as traders, and we grow as a tribe. Other than that, that'll be all for today's video. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this with your friends, and yeah, until next time, peace out.